Pikachu?
Hi guys! Happy Halloween! I'm hoping you guys are having a fantastic Halloween, and thank you so much for coming to the channel to watch this spooky story time. What do you think of my costume, huh? This is such a great costume, and you can't see it, but I have a tail. It looks, look. I think this is one of my cutest costumes I've ever worn, and I've never felt better about wearing this. So today, for my little Halloween special on my channel, I thought I would tell you guys another story time that whenever I think about the creepiest thing that's ever happened to me and the most supernatural-ish thing that's ever happened to me, this is a story I always sort of go back to. And it's a long one, so I hope you buckle in and enjoy. I'm not even 100% sure if it's real or not. I just think that it is a very odd thing that happened in my life. If you are skeptical about, like, you know, supernatural stuff, voodoo, all of that jazz, that's totally cool. I don't even know if I personally, like, completely believe that this is real, but some of my friends who are alongside me during this swear that this must be the reason. Otherwise, why would it be happening? Let me explain. Around my senior year of high school, near the beginning of it, it was October 2014. There we go. For like the past like 2 or 3 years from that point, since middle school, I had this little voodoo doll on my wallet. A friend had given it to me, and it was really cute. It was really fun. It was made of yarn and little sticks, and it had a little hat and bonnet sort of thing, and it was just really cute, and I always had it on my wallet. And I never thought much of it. That October, my senior year, I was in some clinky little gift shop after work, and I noticed that they were selling little gimmicky tourist voodoo dolls. Stuff like they had a little teacher one for success in school, or a little office worker for success in work, and funny things like that. And I thought, oh my god, my little voodoo doll can have a little friend. That'd be so fun, right? So I was looking through this rack of dolls, and so I chose like a super generic one. It just said like, you will find success. So when I got the dolls, one of my best friends, very religious girl, very religious, and she never liked the fact that I had the first voodoo doll on my wallet in the first place, and when I bought a second one, she was immediately like, I don't think you should have that on. And I thought she was kind of being overdramatic about it. I was like, it's a trinket, it's like a little cute thing. Look, they're friends, look at that. And didn't think much of it. And everything was cool. I had 2 little cute dolls on my wallet. Here is where everything started going downhill. I was a very lucky girl in that my family had bought me a car. It was a very pretty car. It was a 2013 Jetta that I had named Lilo, and she worked for me. She was a little short, but perfect car for a high schooler. At the beginning of October, I crashed Lilo. And here's the thing, I didn't just have a teenager's first fender bender with Lilo. I had a full-on wrong lane shift right into a wall collision with Lilo. And I don't know if I can convey to you how terrible this crash was, but I have a picture. So the reason this picture exists is, funny story, my mom was going through a phase at the time where she had to post absolutely everything on Facebook, and what a more interesting thing to post on Facebook than your 17-year-old daughter's car crash, right? Anyways, about a week after this accident, a close friend of mine called me up and said like, dude, I just saw that picture on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was like, really shook me up, you know? And then here's what kind of like made me think about stuff. That friend said to me, no, you don't get it. I saw that picture, and that car literally looks like no one should have gotten out of it. And then I re-looked at the picture again, and I was seeing it's like, and of course all I saw was like my beautiful totaled car, but I also thought like, oh man, yeah, I don't think I should have gotten out of that car. And here's what's crazy about that car crash. I hit another car, but literally that car was fine afterwards. You know, all they did was like have a blown out tire, and it was replaced, and they can still drive that car today. And even though I swerved into like 2 or 3 different lanes on the freeway, my car was the only car that got completely totaled like that. There should have been some sort of like 3-car pileup. I shouldn't have been able to get out of that vehicle as easily as I did. And even more so, from that crash, the only injury I got was just in like a cut like on my wrist, and that's it. Like no broken bones, no anything. And it's funny because like at the time I was like sobbing my eyes out, crying because my car was just totaled and my mom's gonna kill me. But all the paramedics and all the police were saying is like, no, you need to calm down. And I didn't get it at the time, but it was because like, you should be happy you're alive. I'm being so overdramatic right now. So fast forward about a week. I am very, very sad about losing the car. I was just super bummed out. And my friends, bless their hearts, thought like, you know what? We really want to make her feel better. We want to get her involved in stuff. And our community service club was preparing to go on a trip to Six Flags or something, and we needed to buy fabric to make tutus. It was high school stuff, you know? So, like, my friends said, like, hey, you need to get out of the house. We're gonna come pick you up. We're gonna go buy materials for these freaking tutus, okay? And I get into the car, and I'm wearing this, like, really long sweatshirt with, like, pockets that go down to, like, my, like, upper thigh, you know? Like, one of those really big guy sweatshirts that girls wear. And I get into the car, start closing the door, and the corner of the sweatshirt gets, like, caught in the door. And I was like, oh, dang it, sorry. And like I opened it up, slammed the door again, and it just gets caught again. And I was like, oh, dang it. Open the door, finally pull it all the way in, slam the door, all good. We drive there and we're looking at fabric, and then I think to myself like, oh, I want to take a picture of this fabric. And my phone, my smartphone, was in the pocket of my sweatshirt. Do you see where this is going? And I pull it out, and it is completely smashed and completely bent. And I look at it, and I'm like on the verge of tears again. I'm like, this can't be happening. This is a smartphone. And I show my friends, and they can't believe it either. They're like, dude, you are not having a good few weeks. And I think like, I am not having a good few weeks. I am not. This is the worst thing ever. I feel like I said this to him, like, don't quote me on this, and it's also so cheesy if I did say it, but I could have sworn I had said to them, like, yeah, that really sucks. I crashed my car and I smashed my phone, but hey, what's the worst that can happen next, right? Oh god, high school era, you're such a dingus. Fast forward another week. We're in the 3rd week of October of 2014. I'm thinking to myself, like literally everyone in the school, or at least everyone in my, like, classes kind of know that I'm not having a great month. It's like, oh man, she totaled her car, and I haven't been able to contact her because she smashed her phone. She's not having a great time. So then I go into a class, and I'm sitting next to this girl who's on her phone, and I'm friends with her, and I sit down next to her, and I'm gonna call her Maya. So I sit next to Maya, and we're like chatting, and she's like on her phone looking at Facebook and all that, and I'm just sort of like milling about doing my thing, and then all of a sudden I hear Maya right next to me see something on her phone and just go like, and me being the nosy little teenager I am, I'm like, oh my god, what did you see? And Maya just like looks at me with like so much like terror and sadness in her eyes, and she just said like, I just saw something really sad on Facebook. And I'm still nosy, so I think like, oh, what did you see? And Maya turns her phone towards me. I can't believe I'm saying this. This doesn't sound real. Maya turns her phone to me, and I see a picture of my dead cat. Okay, quick warning for this next part of the video. I'm gonna put like a little timestamp of where to skip to. There's gonna be a picture of a dead cat on screen for a hot second. Okay? I'm gonna only put it up for like 3 or 5 seconds. I'm not gonna have it up while I'm talking. So this is just to prove that this was an actual Facebook post from October of 2014. Okay? That was a picture of my cat, Gary. Gary was an old cat. His time had been sort of coming, I don't know. He was 10 years old. He could have lived for 3 more years. I don't want to say it was sudden, though. But I had had this cat since I was 5 years old. So I see that picture, I freeze, I run out of the classroom because I just saw a picture of my dead cat. Or I'm like just staring at this picture, and this goes back to like, this is a throwback to the beginning of the story. Do you remember the car thing where I told you like my mom was going through a phase where she had to post everything on Facebook? My mom posted a picture of my dead cat at the vet on Facebook. Don't ask me her logic here. She's not a bad person. She's really not. But it was a phase that she was going through, and it just happened to hit me at a really wrong time. So I'm talking to my friends, and I am like, I don't want to say the word depression because that's a really strong term for it. I was in an intense form of sadness because of a lot of crappy things happening to me. So I'm sitting there with my 2 best friends, and I'm thinking like, okay, I crashed my car, I smashed my phone, my cat's dead, I don't understand what's happening. Like, one of them jokingly makes a reference to the dolls, and I look at my wallet, and I look at these 2 dolls, and I think to myself, like, all of this started happening because I clipped that second doll to my wallet. And my crazy sadness-addled brain thought to myself, like, the only way I can be happy is if I get rid of these dolls. Maybe this was just me projecting. There's probably some psychological explanation for why I was thinking that. So I was telling my friends, like, you need to help me get rid of these dolls. And both of them were like, you're crazy. But like my religious friend was kind of just like, but also I agree with you. Thank God you're going to get rid of those dolls. We kind of start brainstorming ways to get rid of the dolls. And we immediately throw like burying and burning out the window. Burying them feels too much like burying a dead body alive, you know, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. This is so stupid. Oh my God. And burning them sounds like the beginning of a Supernatural episode. And we were going to be the ones to die in the first place. And then funnily enough, we still kind of had to look for fabric for our tutus at this time. I don't know why this tutu thing lasted a month to make, but it did. So we ended up so one of my friends said like, okay, hey, we're gonna get back to this doll thing in a second, but can we go to Walmart and get some fabric? And we were like, yeah, sure, let's go to Walmart. And we go to this Walmart in like downtown Reno, and we're walking through it, and they're kind of ahead of me looking at fabric and stuff, and I'm looking at these dolls. And I'm looking at the shelves of this Walmart, and I think to myself, like, what if I just leave them behind? And I asked my friends, like, would that be a bad idea? And both of them thought it was stupid. Even if the voodoo bad luck thing did work, surely it would still follow me. But I was so desperate to, like, cling to this idea that I can get rid of all this bad luck that I was having and protect myself from the next bad thing that might happen, that I thought for sure, like, okay, this is absolutely going to work. So I untie the dolls from my wallet and I hide them in a roll of fabric inside the Walmart on 2nd Street. We leave. We're all like kind of laughing about it because it's like, oh my God, that's so ridiculous. And I just want to make clear, we're laughing because like none of us actually 100% believe in the voodoo thing. It was just like a sort of fun explanation to make light of all the bad luck I had been having that month, you know? And I thought like, oh, thank God, it's gone. And honestly, after I left them at the Walmart, my bad luck disappeared. It's not that I started having good luck, it's just like bad stuff just stopped happening to me. Like, in fact, like people started giving me gifts and stuff to like say like, I'm sorry about your cat, I'm sorry about your car, I'm sorry about your phone. I got like little necklaces from like friends of mine and stuff, and it was nice. Fast forward a month. It's November. Halloween is officially over. Everyone's sort of just milling around, doing their own thing. And then my friend, the religious one, she comes up to me and she says like, dude, so have you heard about what's been going on at the 2nd Street Walmart? And I say, I don't know what you mean. Apparently, in this past month since I had left the dolls at the Walmart, there had been 2 shootings, a sudden massive upheaval in shoplifting, and that was the only Walmart in Reno that had to stop being nearly 24 hours because of the state of the business. And I was with another girl at the time who like we weren't really friends with, and she didn't say anything about the voodoo doll, but the girl next to me just said like, oh wow, that Walmart's having a lot of bad luck, isn't it? And me and my friend just like look at each other, and I'm just like, did I curse a Walmart on accident? I actually went to that Walmart about a couple months ago, and I never want to go back to that Walmart. It's a really bad Walmart now. It's just, you walk in there and they barely have any workers, and even though there is business going, like they're way understaffed. They have like lines coming out to like the other end of the Walmart for every single register, and all of the shelves are just so messy because you can tell there's no one working there or no one helping them. And I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to go to this Walmart anymore. I get a creepy vibe from it. Happy Halloween! Is that a spooky enough story for you? I think it's a really good story. I don't think it's particularly scary. I think it's just weird, man. And if you want to learn more about my life, hear more story times, or see some of my comedy sketches, like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Tell your friends about it. And hopefully this story either gave you some chills or gave you some entertainment. Thank you guys for watching. Stay kind for me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! So what do you want us to arm our police with if we ban guns from the country?
We're not saying to get rid of all guns.
Do you want us to give them Nerf guns? Or is that too violent? No. What about feather dusters, huh? We'll put them in little maid uniforms, have them prance around, or does that offend your feminist sensibilities?
What the